Good morning, folks. Paul Killian here. I hope that you have subscribed to our channel on YouTube and that you're following us regularly, or you're catching to us on any other kind of social media, because we've been kind of diverse recently. In any case, I thank you for following me. Thank you for watching these videos. I hope that you find them really useful, and I hope that soon we will have opportunity to serve your insurance and financial services needs. So today's topic, the value of life, I think should be interesting, because we should really call it the human life value, and try to analyze that. What is the human life value, and how do we come up with a figure, right? And some people may say that there is no dollar amount that you can put on the value of my life, and I absolutely agree that that's all the emotional part. And for a family to have a loss, I think that there is no financial amount that will bring them back. But that's not the business that we're in, and we cannot do that. We don't call ourselves gods. We try to do the best we can in protecting your life as far as your financials are concerned. And if you love life, you have to understand that you have to protect it. If your life means something to you, then it has to be protected. What you mean to your family, over and above the emotional part, as far as financial support and the backbone of the family, that goes a long way. It needs to be understood and appreciated, and needs to be protected accordingly. So basically, we would take, let's say we were to say that a person has certain amount of liabilities, and that he works really hard for, or she works really hard for, to be able to satisfy those liabilities and make sure that the family has a certain type of lifestyle, and that can afford certain things that they like to afford, and they're living their dreams. They're trying to whatever the family has as far as a goal to reach, that's what they're working towards, because they can, because they're working really hard. But what if something happened untimely? Then everything gets thrown sideways, and we need to have a way of bringing pieces back together and making it whole again. And that could be done with having adequate amounts of protection for different reasons, for different purposes, for different kinds of needs. So if we were to say that a family can probably safely have a portfolio of investments to gain about 5% per year, and let's say the parent, the breadwinner, was earning $100,000 a year income, then in order for us to make sure that there's at least $100,000 a year coming to them for the next 10 years or 15 years, until that child or the children are grown, and that their liabilities are a lot less, or mortgages and stuff are getting paid off, then we should safely say that if they had $2 million, then earning 5% on that money would give them $100,000 easily per year, and the wife does not have to go to work in 5 different places or whatever, to make ends meet, or satisfy the kids' needs with their growing costs and everything else. And she could really be the mother that has to make sure that those kids reach their dreams, and live the kind of life that they planned with their husband, with her husband or his wife. Okay, so with that said, we need to have some sort of protection. Everybody talks about investments. Everybody talks about doing this and that, the mainstream media, but nobody says, when people say, I proudly say that I'm a life insurance agent, and anybody who really appreciates what they do and understands what they do know that they will not possibly fall into any kind of stereotypes by saying I'm a life insurance salesman or I'm a life insurance agent. But when people say that they're financial advisors, or they're financial planners, or they could do this and that, I appreciate everybody's business and their interests, but one needs to understand that most of the funding of all of your financial plans, or your estate plans and everything else, comes from the insurance companies. So it's not really a shame to say that I'm an life insurance salesperson. I'm a life insurance agent, and I'm here to protect something that's very, very precious to you, your life. And if I could speak on your children's behalf, or your wife's behalf, or your husband's behalf, and say how valuable your life is and how much we all depend on your livelihood to be able to survive, and we want you to be protected, just think about it. If your kids knew and understood what I know or what you know, but you keep lagging, and I keep pushing, if your children knew that, what would they ask you? Would they ask you for an Xbox 360 or a Nintendo or whatever games? Or would they say, Mom, Dad, you know what? We've been thinking about this. I mean, we're walking on very thin air, and what if something were to happen to you guys? We don't want that. We love you and Mommy and Daddy and whatever. I mean, but what if something were to happen? Who's going to take care of us? Who's going to pay our bills? Who's going to take care of the school costs and everything, and the growing costs and everything associated with that? Who's going to pay for that house? I mean, we just learned that we have a mortgage on the house, that it's not really our house. Daddy and Mommy, you told us it was our house. It's not. Bank owns it. We own a portion of it. So they will kick us out. What if we could speak on your children's behalf and have you understand, so you can wake up and smell the coffee and have that moment and say, look, you know what? I need to really go do something about this, because this is really out of control. I am really walking on very thin air, and I need to have some solidity in my life. For all the love and care that I have for my family, I cannot possibly have all those big weights and liabilities lingering over their heads and not having any sort of protection. So please think about these things, about that value that needs to be somehow protected and replaced maybe, and give us a call. We'd love to help you out. I believe in really solid insurance policies that are no gimmicks. Okay, and what we offer really brings tremendous value to every family's life. Not in this business to call myself an employee of the insurance industry, but I'm in this business to call myself and all my colleagues that work for this organization, for Legacy Partners, really career people and career agents. This is our career, this is our livelihood. We love touching lives and changing them every single time, and we've done that many, many times in the last 22 years that we've done this. So with that said, take your time, see an advisor, see an insurance advisor, see an insurance salesman, insurance agent, or if you would like to give us a chance and you're local, then there's a phone number there, or go to our website. Make sure that you set up an appointment and get together with us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you soon when I have a new idea to do another program. Thank you.